Overwatch 2. Now you may not have heard too much about Overwatch 2. In recent months, only a diehard who has been really looking forward to this. Now he at game ranks we fall somewhere in the middle. Myself and co-writer for the specific video Eric. I'm not Overwatch diehards, we are just regular players, not very great, and just to put that one there of perspective, you know us, so you know where you were coming from for this one. Also, we have only been able to play so much here. The game has been having a lot of server issue with everyone jumping into the game at once, and Blizzard really doing their Blizzard thing. Here we expected it kind of, but we also expected it to be better with the second game also, to be fair. They did have a DDoS attack that took them down for a bit after launch, so there's that too bad. The launch straight up has to have been good, so we don't have a ton of completing gameplay. Just yet, it's been pretty bad since launch. Some people have barely been able to play it at all, but from what we did get to play so far, it seems okay, but there's just a little bit to it now. Overwatch 2, when you look into it, seems a little confusing. You know, is it Overwatch 1.5? Is it this whole new thing? Well, it's kind of setting of a new foundation for Overwatch going forward. I guess Overwatch 2 right now does not have that PvE players versus enemy story mode that was announced or anything big or crazy. It's just more multiplayer that is now free to play with more progressions, more monetization, tweaked things, new characters, and some nice updates to the gameplay flows. Same. All that monetization stuff is annoying, but it's going to depend on when your tolerance level is mine. Is low, but we'll get to that gameplay impressions. Really, the game seems like it might be a little bit more newbie friendly, at least. At first it feels like there's a little bit fairer shields and crowd control abilities all being thrown around, and the never boost to DPS for all seem like they make them easy to pick up and play, and the Overwatch game has been, you know, mostly a well-oiled machine for a minute now, but with this now being down to 5 vs 5 and some tweak things feel a bit faster, a bit more aggressive, which to be frank is more fun. At least for us, the 5 vs 5 in particular just seems to make more sense and make things a little less all over the place crazy and a little more controlled, and allow for more efficient use of the right skills at the right time for the right enemy, or at least the room to figure out when and where things are required. Now the new game mode push in our limited experience seems good. The idea is a creative spin where it's kind of like payload versus payload. That's probably a bad way of explaining it, but like it's essentially like teams fight for control of a robot of the center of the map that then they can be controlled and commanded to push a barrier either one of way or the other, and you are going to want to push it towards your enemy's base to win. Also, the never ping system seems like a pretty good addition. The game really could have used something like this, and while it's taking a minute to get used to like incorporating it into a gameplay flow, it's good to have for pointing out location and enemies, and just kind of like a base level communication if you don't really feel like communicating anywhere else. Now once you actually get into the game, once you get past the server queues, there are new maps and of course new heroes. Now it's worse, nothing exciting heroes are also shaken up a bit, like Downfist is more of a tank now, and Mercy's restarted Quaked, and some long-term players might actually have a laid fun just jumping into all the attractors and learning the new ins and outs and the role differences. But again, the new heroes, there's Sojourn, who has a cool religion, she seems decent. You know, don't really see many people play here yet, but we have had fun using here. Cannot say how viable she is in the long run, This jungle queen who might be good to play as if you like annoying contain opponent types, but it seems like people are disappointed that she was nerfed after the beta. And then there's Kiriko. This is a standout new character. She has got IQ and interesting abilities, and she plays like nobody else, and she's got a lot of utility. A lot of people are calling her top tier so far, and we can definitely see why, if only because of her crazy powerful ultimate. She also has a bit of a skill ceiling if you want to really get good with her, but players that know how to use here are really good. I mean, at least we have gotten our ass kicked by them a lot. Now it seems like it may have been completed, but transferring from Overwatch to Overwatch 2 is fairly simple like account migration wise. If you have been on Overwatch anyway, you have a Battle.net account and you do it with that view.